Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I have a couple thrift flips that I wanted to share. Technically, there's actually one thrift flip and one item from home. One of the thrifted items I had did not DIY like it was supposed to. And you win some, you lose some, I guess. Overall, I'm really excited to share some fabrics and some colors that I've really been loving lately. Make sure you stick around, it's gonna be a fun video. So the first item is not my thrifted item. This is actually an old vase. I think it was Studio McGee from Target, maybe about 2 years ago. It's really cute. I love the shape. I just never got on board with that kind of pale blue color. It just does not match my house at all. It never really did. So I'm going to be using the raw umber acrylic paint. I just showed you that one, and maybe mix it with a little bit of this warm gray, but mostly that raw umber paint is always so good. I am totally running out, so I'm gonna have to run to the store and get more, but this color I use for art and type stuff, but I've never used it on a DIY, but I always really love it. So this color shouldn't be that difficult to find if you really liked it. I found this one at Hobby Lobby and it comes in a big tube for like $5, but it's a very basic staple for painting. So raw umber is like the brownest brown, but it is so beautiful. So this is the first coat, and I just put it on with a very simple like 2-inch bristle brush, which I actually like kind of the brush strokes on here a little bit. It almost makes it look more pottery like. I really like how this looks, but I think I'm gonna go with my original vision, which is a very matte, flat brown type color. So I'm gonna stick with my original vision and put one more coat of this on. This is the second coat going on. You could also do a clear matte spray on this. I didn't, but I think it turned out so beautifully. I think I would use this way more in my home with the brown, so much more than the blue. This is one of those projects that you don't completely love something, but you can tweak it until you absolutely do. I can't wait to style this and find a really cute place for it in my home. Moving on to the thrifted Ottoman makeover. So this is the thrifted item that I found. It was definitely looking, I thought it was a cute shape. I liked the tufting right in the top there. So I thought with some really cute fabric, I could really make this look cute again. I thought this was cute. I ended up passing on the blue. I loved this. And these fabrics are all Joann's, by the way, but I actually really loved this. I might go back and try to make some pillows out of this, but I need my sewing machine. My sewing machine went out probably over a year ago, and when I see fabric, I just miss it so much. I used to do a lot of sewing and I have not done it in years. These are all really great fabrics that caught my eye though. Another blue. I thought this brown was really pretty. It almost looks a little bit kind of burlap-ish / linen, but I love the window pane pattern. I thought that was a cute little modern take. I am also a sucker for velvet. In the clearance section, they had a ton of velvets. This one was pretty, having a little boucle type moment. I liked that one a lot too. So remembering how much I loved that base that I just did, kind of picturing this brown velvet with a darker leg and a little bit of a tone on tone look. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of a monochromatic look for this, and we'll see how it turns out. I always like to inspect furniture before I bring it in my house. I did pull up a little piece of this just to make sure that there wasn't anything kind of surprising under there. I kind of took a peek, and you can also tear all that off and redo it, or you don't even really need it. It's just kind of to cover it all up, but I think it's going to be okay. So I'm just going to wrap this completely all the way around. I think in a perfect world, to do this the right way, you would take your sewing machine out and do the side piece and then the top piece, sew them together. But like I said, my sewing machine is out, so I'm just gonna wrap it and call it a day. I think it'll look fine. I also have a plan for that little tufted piece as well. So what I like to do is start on one side, and then I will like to try to do the opposite side. So I just kind of cut enough fabric so that there is plenty to go underneath, and then I'll cut the excess off at the very end. So I work on one side and then do the opposite, and then find the other side and then work the opposite, and try to pull as tight as I can to ensure that I don't get a lot of wrinkles on the top, that the wrinkles are kind of more down towards the bottom. And the staple gun I'm using is so basic. I'll link it on Amazon. I have literally had this staple gun for probably like 10 years. It's very old, but it is the tried and true. It works really well. So another quick tip when covering a little ottoman like this, a lot of times the legs will unscrew, so you can paint them or stain them, whatever you're going to do before or after the fact, and then they don't get in the way when you're recovering them as well. So this is the little ottoman without the tufting. I'm going to take off some of that excess, and my scissors are complete junk, so don't judge me. I need to get some new scissors, but I'm just going to poke a hole. I'm using like a kitchen knife. I'm just going to poke a hole and pull that little tufted button piece right through the center. My apologies, my camera was not focused at all, but I just pulled that little button piece right through. It was actually blue, so I'm throwing some hot glue on there and a little round piece of that velvet fabric, and I'm just putting it over and hot gluing it right underneath, so it kind of gives the look of that tufted look, but it doesn't pull too much. It does pull a little bit, totally optional, but adds a little bit extra. In a perfect world, I would have loved to have sewn this, but I just do not have the tools for that. So this is the same paint I used on that vase. This is the raw umber, again from Hobby Lobby. This is really great. You should be able to find it on Amazon as well. I really love the tone-on-tone look. I love the velvet. I love the browns. I am kind of obsessed with these kind of deep earth tones right now, the browns and even some green. I have some really fun DIYs coming out very soon that I'm trying to incorporate a little bit more of this look into my home. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of these. I have some really fun projects coming up that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.